Okay, this is my Chevy Nova 1962 SS hardtop. I just did a full repaint on it. I'm just making this video as a reference to myself about how to reassemble the doors, because I had so much trouble reassembling the doors. I thought I'd make a note of it myself, so for future use, when I have to do another set of doors I can refer back to this. I did do my El Camino doors about 3 years ago, and I've already forgotten, so it's probably a good idea that I make a video about how to do it. Okay, so the driver's door, left-hand side door, took me about 2.5 hours, and I needed someone to give me a hand to do it. It's pretty frustrating. It was in and out. I didn't know the order it went. I was just sort of trying it out, you know, put the window in, then the quarter window in, etc, etc. It wasn't a very nice job to do. So this time around, when I did the right-hand side door, I figured out a plan, an order of doing it, so I thought I'd better make a note and tell yourselves if you want to know, or basically it's just for me anyway. So first things first, I loosely fit the quarter window. So the quarter window goes in, loosely fitted with the bolt and the adjustment nut, and it's not secured at all down the bottom here. Okay, so that follows all the way up to here. Okay, it's not secured at all down here, it's loose. Okay, next thing I did was I put the window regulator in. I fitted the window regulator in and only had it secured by one bolt. I picked that bolt there. I loosely secured it there so the whole window regulator can float around. Once I did that, I put the rear guide in, the slide here. Okay, rear guide in, then went in next. Now, the problems I had were basically the door was too assembled for me, for the other door, so I made sure that I didn't fit the door lock till last, so I left all this sitting in the bottom of the door. I just left it inside here, down the bottom, and this here I left it I actually took that off, I left it one side. I didn't fit this till the very last thing. It was the last thing I did in the whole door. Okay, was put this on, hooked it up with the catch, and then that's all finalised that way. Okay, so those things were left out to start with, so don't have them in there when you're trying to fit the window. Okay, now next thing I did, I got the window. I made sure that the bracket on the window itself, which I will come down, bring the window down and show you, was off the window when I fitted it. Okay, so here there's a bracket. You can just see the bolt there, and there's a little bracket that comes up here. You can't actually get the window in safely without scratching things with that bracket on it. Plus you can't really get it past the quarter window, because the quarter window's got a stopper inside here that comes across about that far, okay, and that comes up and hits it, so the window doesn't go too far up when you're winding your window up manually. Okay, so that's what that's for. So if you take this bracket off here, things go together a lot easier. There's a lot of frustration. The other side I did it with that bracket on, and I couldn't work out why it was so difficult to actually assemble the door. So I took the bracket off and things went together quite a lot easier. Okay, so with the bracket off, I put the window down all the way to the bottom, fit it in there, then from the bottom I worked it up. So I worked the guide, the front of the window there's got a guide in it, metal guide, into the channel. So I worked the window back up again, then I managed to get it to feed into the channel here as well. So I lifted up enough so I could fit this bottoming bracket. Okay, so this bracket here stops the window from going down too far, so you don't want the window actually falling down. So that's the, I don't know if you can see it there, it's the bracket in here, there, and that. I just let the window sit on that, so I had my free hands again, so I could carry on assembling it. Okay, so once I'd done that, I undid the bolt that I had securing or holding the regulator in place temporarily, so I could move the regulator. I pushed that in and moved the regulator from the inside of the door all the way back, so I could get this roller in first. So I feed it in there, and I kept pushing it back until I could feed the other roller in at the back. Okay, then once that was, I'll just bring this up. You can see it, not quite. Okay, so basically you just get the roller in there, and then you pull the whole regulator unit forward and back into its hole again, re-secured it, and then basically you got the two rollers fitting inside. Finally I put in the tilt bolt. So this is a tilt guide here. It's got a roller in there that moves up and down with the regulator. That alters the tilt of your window that way when it goes up and down. Okay, so just loosely fitted the two bolts there, and basically the window can now go up and down. Okay, I put the the stopper back on the window, so you can go in there, put that one back on, and I'll put this stopper in here, which stops the window from going up too far as well. So then it hits on here. Okay, so fitted that. So all that's together now. Finally, I fitted the lock, the rod, and the mechanism here. Those are the last things I fitted. Other than that, it went together quite smoothly. So if you did it in that order, which I found to be a large amount faster than doing it the frustrating way of sort of hit and miss, it actually went together quite easily. And then it's just a matter of adjusting things. Okay, so it's just a matter of getting your tilt right, the height right, and the angle of this. Okay, so when you start setting it up, make sure that the window's down. Okay, just check your gaps, then work your way up by bringing the window up and just checking the gaps as you go. I can't finalise it because I don't have the rubbers in. I'm still waiting for the rubbers to tune up because they didn't send me the rubbers in my kit. But other than that, that's it. So it all went together quite well. Quite happy about it. The other side was extremely frustrating, but you get that, I suppose, on the big jobs. Thanks.